What's going on, everybody? Rob here, aka Trave2323. Guess what? I'm out on the water. What? This is only the 5th time this year in 2021, and this wind is atrocious. This wind, look at the flag right there. If you can see the flag. But here's a catch-22 with being on Lake Michigan. For one, if you got, this is a 16-foot boat. We got the swim platforms added, so the length overall is a little bit over 16 feet with the motor and everything. But this is a M-hole boat, and I say this is good for 2 feet waves or less. 2 feet waves or less. And the waves for today are 1 to 3 feet. 1 to 3 feet waves. So what we have, if I go out the marina to the left, there's a break wall there. So between the shore and the break wall, it'll be a little bit choppier, but on the other side of the break wall, it's going to be calmer. But yeah, the waves coming in are going to be they're going to be pretty rough coming towards me. So we're going to go ahead and I got to get, I always say with the ropes, see the ropes right there and the ropes right there. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get out the marina right now. You got your marina neighbors, they're really good. My marina neighbor helped me get off the dock, and he threw the ropes in my boat for me. He held the boat in so I could step in and get off. And then so when I'm getting out of this, since there's so much wind, I don't want to kind of bump into anybody's boat, so I'm getting into clear water. I'm not hightailing it, I'm just getting into clear water. And then I'm gonna bring in my fender bumpers, and I'm gonna tighten down the ropes, and then we'll go from there. So I'm just getting out the marina right now. That's not a good sign when the flag at the marina is even gone. Is it that windy that the flag that on the pole right over there is normally the wind flag to let you know what the wind is. But you can see on all those other boats what the wind is. But being that we're on the southeastern part of the lake, and there's a south wind, the waves are just starting here. See, now if you're further out that way on the other side of the lake, the waves are hitting that side of the lake. So when we get an east wind over here, or a southeast wind on this side of the lake, the waves are just starting. So that's why I look at the I mean, you feel the kind of undercurrent pushing the boat with the little waves, but ride wise it's very calm. Look how calm everything is. There's a wind flag right there. It's fully up right there, fully up. But like I says, the waves just start from this side. Let me get everything taken care of. Okay, so here's a wave coming at me just because somebody just came in right now. So that just came in, but the rest of the lake looks pretty nice. I'm gonna sit down. Normally when I'm by myself and not shooting video, I'll stand up and go. But right now, okay, I'm standing up a little bit. If I go due out that way right there, see there's the Gary plant. If I go straight out probably where that boat is, I should find 60 feet of water. And it's pretty calm right now, so I don't know how far. I know I got a full tank of gas, but I was told that if I go on the break wall, on the other side of the break wall, that it'll be much calmer than what it is right here. Right now, I'm in 20 feet of water. Now the boat isn't on plane yet. When the boat gets to plane, you'll know it, because it's like flies on glass water. That's another thing that you should look into is, people say about gas and how long and how far a tank of gas will last you. It's completely different. A tank of gas will last you on flat water a lot longer than what a tank of gas will last you on choppy water. Right now, the motor's struggling because I'm not on plane, so I got to put it lower. If I put the motor lower down, I drop the motor lower and put a little bit more gas, I'll get up to plane faster. But when I'm shooting video, I really don't like taking my hand off the steering wheel, because you'll find out that it's called the death roll. If you don't got one hand on the steering wheel, that's how people get thrown out. But see, we're going up the plane right now. You feel the difference going up the plane. That guy right there hauling butt. So let me turn in over here. Slow down some, because I want to go straight towards that other boat. I don't want to go towards this guy right here. He got a huge motor. Look at that motor. But we are going to get hit his waves now. Now he has a V-hole on that boat. So at the V-hole, he's able to cut through waves a lot better than an M-hole. A M-hole, you're gonna feel the slaps a lot more than a V-hole. But on a day like today, you're able to go out. Now, like I said, this is the Bayliner Element E16. It's a 16-foot boat. So it fits 6 people or 850 pounds. 6 people or 850 pounds. The 18-footer, we did not get it because we did not want to have to pay for storage, and it'll be harder to get into where we planned on storing the boat. And that's why we didn't get the 18-footer. So, you know, we always talk about getting a big 25 or 26-footer, but it'll barely squeeze in where we can store it at. And it's easier for us. Like, we've been on the boat 4 times. This is my 5th time this year. And, you know, this, for what we pay for this boat per year, it's a whole lot different than what we would pay for a 25 to 26 foot boat to have it stored for a year or in the water for a year. So that's why we're still comfortable with the boat that we have, and I'm still working. We babysit the grandkids. So now we're getting further from shore, and you can see the wind is starting at shore, so the waves are getting bigger out here. Now the waves are coming from, you would venture to say, the northeast. If they were from the southeast, they'd have been a lot more calmer. So my marina buddies Jeff and Mark both told me, don't go to the 60 feet of water today, go out to beyond the break wall, and I'll have smoother water beyond the break wall. So let me safely get out there, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so we're getting closer to the break wall. And another thing I wanted to tell you about boats, see how this is an open bow boat? The bilge pump is down back there. That's where, if any water gets on this boat, if you go faster frontwards, the front of the boat comes up and the water sits in the back, and that's where the water shoots the boat out, the boat shoots the water out the side of it. So you're seeing me in 1 to 3 foot waves, where if this was with a family and this boat were loaded, it'll be a lot rougher ride right now, because these swells probably are. Look at it, it threw that in here. So my ride coming back in is going to be a lot more choppier than going out, because the waves are going that way. But what I was saying about with the open bow, so this is an open bow. So when you're on water like this, like Lake Michigan, and say one time we had this for the 3 years, we did hit a wave where the water came over that bow. The water came over that bow, and I kind of gave it a little bit more gas, lift the front up to make sure the water made it to the bottom of the boat, the back of the boat. You see where it hit some choppy waves, where we're off what's it called? I gotta give it some more gas, because we're off plane. We were off plane, so the back of the boat, the motor was struggling because we were off plane with the waves. The waves start to come on the back of the boat, so the boat starts to struggle. You're using more gas. So let me get back to safety. Not safety, but where I feel comfortable shooting the video. On the other side of the break wall now, look at the difference in waves. Now, since the wind is coming from the northeast, we're getting more waves coming from around this side of the break wall. So we're going to go towards the middle of the break wall, a little bit further out, where the waves are going to come from that end of the break wall and this end of the break wall, and we're going to be comfortable in the middle of that little triangle on the other side of the break wall. Now, no waves came over the boat, but this is why you need to make sure your lines are tied down there really good, because on ride, that was about 3 foot waves I was hitting, and it's not a comfortable ride. That's why I had to put the camera down. It's not a comfortable ride. 1 to 2, you're fine. 3, you're steering the boat. So when you have those down, one of the worst things is to have these lines get wrapped in your prop, and then you're stuck wherever you're at. So now I'm looking in the water depth chart here. It has the different depth around the water. So we're gonna start looking around here and look for some deep water on the other side of the break wall. 7 feet of water right now. The water is 68 degrees, almost 69 degrees. this is my fish finder. As you see, we're not marking anything, but truthfully, it says it's marking down to about 37 feet right here. So we're just going to be trawling around right here a little bit and see if we come up with anything. And I'm going to enjoy my Cuban sandwich. Now that's downtown right there. I don't know if you can see it right there, but that is downtown Chicago right there. But to tell you the truth, if you try to go downtown Chicago in a little boat like this, you could probably do it, but it's not going to be as enjoyable. Where me and my wife always said there's 31st Street Harbor right there, and that if anything happens, we just dock in there and Uber home. But then if we go into the between the break walls right there, between the break walls, if you go in between the break walls, that's where the big ships go into the river over there. That's where the big ships go into the river. So we're in 38 feet of water right now. The wind is blowing that way. We're far enough from the break wall. I could put a worm on. Actually about 3 worms on probably, because I got red wigglers. Sit right here and finish my Cuban sandwich. Okay, sharing is caring. A little red worm at the bottom. Part of my Cuban sandwich at the top. Alright, I'm out here and the wind is picking up. It turned the whole boat around. So it does have its gust. So it moved me closer to the end of the break wall right here. I'm sitting here with the motor off. You know, I'm about, I was about 30 feet down, and now I'm just about 20 feet down. I am getting a couple markings. I need to pick up some minnows. I really do need to pick up some minnows, but the bad thing, and by us, there's really, I gotta go about 45 minutes, 35, 45 minutes out just to get some minnows the night before, or get up super early. So I gotta create like my own aquaponics thing for minnows and be able to grow plants with them, because I don't want to just have minnows. I got all the fish tanks already, so I just want to, and minnows have to stay cooler, so I got to figure this out. So I am literally fishing with a red worm and a piece of chicken right now. I got a couple nibbles, and I believe it was on the red worm. I know it was on the red worm because it was a book I put the before I put the piece of chicken on, but I was all the way at the bottom, and the nibbles I couldn't pull anything up, so more than likely they were just gobies at the bottom. I'm about 20 feet up right now. Swimmers right here. So in a little bit I'm probably gonna put a bottom bouncer on to drop it down lower. At least it could be a little bit lower, and then put about a 4-foot or 6-foot lead, and then just trawl around over here. I mean, I'm just messing around. I'm an avid fisherman off of Lake Michigan. Truthfully, I'd rather fish Wolf Lake. I do way better off of Wolf Lake other than perch fishing in the cold off of the boat slips out here. Okay, I decided to doctor something up right now. I always say that you catch more fish when you're active fishing than when you're passive fishing, and I don't got a lot of time. So I got these jig spins right here. I'm gonna put a glow-in-the-dark octopus. I know there's no octopuses in Lake Michigan, but they do have a good swimming action. So I want to put some of these glow-in-the-dark ones with one of these on, and then I'll jig for a little bit when I get this ready. I gotta let these sit in the sun a little bit to get some sun rays. Up right there. I'll be casting with this. Let it get some more sun rays, open up a can of Coca-Cola and enjoy a can of Coca-Cola. With me myself, the waves are, like I said, the 1 to 2s aren't bad at all. This when you get the 3s or above is not as comfy, but nothing's coming over the boat or whatever. I know it's gonna be a little bit choppy going in, so we'll get some footage going in, but I'm on the other side of the break wall. I'm gonna be working with right here, glow-in-the-dark spinner. I should have put it more to the top. There's not much of a hook sitting out, so let me see if I can get it rearranged. What's a glow-in-the-dark one? We'll see if we get any bites on it. I'm just gonna cast for right now, and I'll turn you on if I get anything. Realistic swimmer that I bought off Facebook. Let's see how this thing swims. Let me see. Put it in here. Oh. If you it gotta go kind of faster to swim right. I don't know if you see it. If you're going faster, it swims pretty nice. See? If you're going faster, it swims pretty nice. So I might just, when I get done casting, trawl for a little bit with this at the top. Okay, so now I'm just trawling the lake. It's I'm going 3.5 miles an hour. Here's my little free fishing pole that I got that I use all over the place. Now, if I know I were at Wolf Lake, I'd have pulled up a bass or a pike. I'm not a Lake Michigan fisherman other than perch season off the shore. I know a lot of guys say they go 12 miles out, they go off of Gary Lighthouse, that if you go into 60 feet of water. Well, with the waves today in this boat, I wasn't going to go in 60 feet of water. You can see in the Garmin, this is me right here. That's 41 feet and that's the buoy. So that's where I'm going right now. With me right here, I'm going up to the 41 feet and then I'll see what's around here with the Garmin. Right now I'm in 39 feet of water. The temperature is 68.8 degrees, going 3.6 miles an hour, 14 volts in the battery, and it's 11:50 a.m. I have one of those realistic swimmers on the back. It might be bouncing all over the top. I don't know. You see these guys in Hawaii's, they got those big fishing poles like 20 feet in the air, and all they got, that thing is bouncing in the top of the water. That's what it might look like. But you know what? It's not sound. The water's still really warm over here, and for 30 to 40 feet of water, I know it's still really warm. A lot of guys go fishing in the 60 feet of water. But one thing I can say, what the fishermen always tell me when you're out here, sometimes you think it's enjoyable. Man, I got so much flies out here in the boat with me. I'm like, how the heck did them little flies get way out here? But yeah, I got flies all over my legs. Look at this. 3 flies. All right, I'll talk to you if I catch anything, or on my way in, I'm gonna hightail it in. About 43 feet of water. There's the buoy that I told you I was trying to make it out to. There's the buoy right there. There's the city of Chicago right there. Beautiful, beautiful. That's actually the dive boat coming back in right now from Hammond Marina. You could actually go on a dive boat. That's a dive boat. You can learn to dive and they take you out to wrecks. The dive boat just passed me by right there, but you feel like Kramer. So I made it out to the buoy. It's 41 feet right here. It's actually 43, but look right there, there's 50 feet of water. 50. I feel like Kramer from, remember Seinfeld? They were like, guess how far can we go? How far can we go? Heck, Chicago's just right there. But realistically, it's 12:06 and I got a birthday party I got to get to. After I make this hook around the marina, we're gonna haul butt in because I still got to button up the boat. I meant this hook around the buoy. This is what I mean when you're out here and the wind shifts. These are 3-foot swells now. Look at that. 3-foot swells. You see the front of the boat? There's Chicago. Oh, Chicago's almost gone. There's Chicago. Chicago's almost gone. So I'm gonna pull this pole in, and instead of trawling, I'm gonna start captaining the boat. Now, if anybody else was with me, they could have been trawling, okay? And I would have been captaining the boat. But right now, when it's just me, I can't pay attention to the fishing pole. I gotta pay attention to this because these little boats are only good. You're only comfortable in about 3-foot waves, or as comfortable as the captain is, but I know those are only good in about 3-foot waves. So the waves directly on my side, I gotta get into the wave because now the boat's doing one of these numbers. Okay, there's a new law that you have to wear your lanyard and you have to have it connected to the motor. So it's the second time fishing by myself that I walked away and popped the damn lanyard. I'm gonna put you on widescreen and we're gonna head in.